You're listening to the Spit Take Podcast with Adam, Alex, and Stef. How you doing, guys?
Hello.
Hi.
My voice sounds like very throaty today.
Yeah?
Throaty.
Give me the first verse of Edge of 17. Let's see where we go.
Oh, yeah, Stevie.
Yeah. Well, lots to talk about. We're not exactly sure where we're going to go with this one, but it's going to be fun.
Spitballing.
Yep.
Like spit
With
taking.
spit taken.
Yeah. Spit taken. All right, Steph, let's just jump into your thing. You want to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean for some reason.
I do. So we went on a little binger this past weekend of Pirates of the Caribbean. And, you know, the first three are amazing. We'll get into the other.
Who's we for the audience?
Me and
Because that
Steve.
was not me and Alex.
No. So Steve and I decided to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. So when the first Pirates of the Caribbean came out, this is why it's special to me. When it first came out, I was going into my sophomore year in college. I was living with all of my friends at Creekside at Southern Illinois. And we just had literally probably the best summer of my life was that summer. Okay. So my girlfriend Mandy and I went and watched it probably 3 or 4 times in a row at the theater, because that's when you still went to the theaters. And we would come home soberly, play Pirates in the parking lot with like those sticks that you put in your doors, the sliding doors to keep from opening. So we would play Pirates in the parking lot. So it's just a brought back memory. So I haven't watched it in a while. And Steve was like, "Hey, let's watch these." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we're watching them, going through it, nostalgia. We get to the third one, At World's End, where Keira Knightley is the captain. Now she's a captain, and she gives her speech, which is actually very, very powerful. And they have to meet up on land. And this is going to come to play in a little bit. They have to meet up on land with Jack, Davy Jones, and somebody else. Maybe the lieutenant,
I think
right?
Barbosa's on that one.
Beckett.
And you
Beckett.
got probably
It's Admiral Beckett.
Yes.
Admiral Beckett, the little guy.
Yeah. So they meet up on land. Davy Jones is in a bucket of water. Okay. So anyway, fast forward. We all know the story. Will gets killed. He has to be the heart of the ship for Davy Jones because they killed Davy Jones, whatever. So he gets one night on shore every 10 years. So he has that one night with Keira Knightley, gets her pregnant. Good job. Great swimmers. But then she's like, "I'm not going to see you again." So here's my issue. There's ways around this. She could have gone on his boat because Davy Jones had people on his boat that were alive and then would release them. So Keira Knightley could have gone on his boat when he surfaced. But then here's where it gets interesting. You can't be on shore. Davy Jones was on shore and he was in a bucket of seawater so that he was able to be on shore. Why couldn't Will just take a bucket of water and go and see his kid and Keira Knightley? They can bang standing up. It is doable. So I'm like, this is a major plot hole. And I'm watching it and I'm getting very frustrated. And Steve's like, "What's going on with you?" And I'm like, I don't understand why they couldn't just fix this.
Well, it wasn't part of the curse, though. Like that, the reason Davy Jones looked the way he did was because he wasn't fulfilling his duty of the curse, where he had to take souls to the afterlife. I think that was part of it. So, like, I mean, could you go up for a one night stand? Sure, but I think that's all part of it. Mm-hmm. One night stand. Yeah, that was unintentional, but I like it. I wish I was smart enough to think of something like that. But in any case, I think that was part of the curse. And so like he couldn't just neglect what he was doing or he'd become like a terrible looking monster, which in the 5th one, he ends up being anyways. And we don't really know why, but I think that was part of the curse. Yeah. Yeah. Remember he starts getting all grotesque and ugly. I think he's got like a starfish on his face, something like that. I saw it once.
I watched the first one. The first one's great. It's quality cinema. That is a popcorn movie. Brilliant performances by Jeffrey Rush. Johnny Depp steals the show and becomes the whole franchise. Great. Fucking great. Keira Knightley. Sassy. Very pretty. But then the second one got a little bit weirder. Third one got even like weirder. I think I watched the one with Paz Vega, Penelope Cruz, Salma Hayek, depending upon which one of them that was. They're all beautiful Latina women.
Penelope Cruz.
And then I haven't even seen the 5th one. Apparently they're going to make another one. That just seems like that franchise has kind of run its course.
It has. Johnny Depp really was the winner in the first one. I mean, he made that movie. You watch for Johnny Depp. Like, I don't actually think Orlando Bloom got hot until he died and became the new Davy Jones. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the entire time he was a fucking pussy and I was not impressed with him. And I was like, oh, such a whiny little bitch. And then he dies and becomes the captain of whatever the boat is. I can't think of the boat.
Jolly
And-
Roger.
It's not the Black Pearl. There's
Yeah.
the Black Pearl.
No,
the,
it's not
what'd you
Jolly
say?
Roger.
It wasn't the Jolly Roger.
No, Jolly Roger's the name of the pirate flag. Davy Jones, no, that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has a
I'm gonna look it up. You
specific-
guys,
It's not
just
like
keep
the
going.
Mary Celeste or anything. It's
yeah.
something.
But then like Orlando Bloom
The Flying
becomes
Dutchman.
Thank you. Yes. He becomes the captain of the Flying Dutchman, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, Orlando Bloom? You look good here today." I don't know what it was.
Sure.
He had a V-neck on. Maybe that's what did it. But
That will do it.
I think this also shows what kind of men I'm attracted to. No offense to Steve, but just like,
Poor Steve. He doesn't have the cheekbones for this.
Mm-mm. Nope.
but I mean, it's just kind of like, I'm watching this though, and I'm like, there's this major plot hole of he could have gone on land. He could have done it. He could have gone and seen his kid. I think what he was doing was avoiding his dad responsibilities.
Wow. That makes you like
Those
him
are
even
big
more
words.
or less? Is he still hot since he's an absentee father?
Well, yeah, I mean, he still looked good. That doesn't. I don't care about that. That's not my kid.
The fifth
The
one
problem-
for sure had its issues. Sorry, Alex.
No, we're talking about two different things. Finish your thing because I've got a whole big spiel about Johnny Depp coming.
Sure. The fifth one for sure had its issues. The whole forcing Barbossa's daughter into the whole thing. That was weird.
Yeah, so stupid.
They were like, we broke all the curses in the ocean, and then they left a little tag at the end to leave it open still. But I don't know. It just got to be, it was like way too ridiculous. And I know it's like, well, it's making money. But I will say it's amazing that they built a whole franchise out of a 10-minute boat ride at Disney World.
Which is still one of the best rides at Disney World.
For sure.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Kim and I jumped on that. It was actually really sad. When we went, 3-4 years ago, we got on there, no problem. There was no lines. You just jumped right on. It has been lost. Everybody's waiting in these long ass lines, and Kim and I are like, we're going to ride Pirates of the Caribbean a couple times in a row. People don't love it.
I mean, to ride the Millennium Falcon, though, that's what people are doing now. That's pretty badass.
I guess. I mean, it was literally the what's the word I'm looking for? The inspiration for the movie. They took a lot of the stuff from the ride and put it in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good franchise for the most part. You know, 4 and 5 were not strong movies, but the first 3, they're good. They're good.
The fourth
The
one
first
was
one's great.
Fourth one was pretty bad. It was the fifth one, I think, was even worse. I think they were just trying to draw too much in and really
Make your money
create
off
something.
the IP while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it was, we watched the fourth one, which I apparently had never seen before. I didn't even know the fourth one existed. So I'm watching it and I'm like, when did this come out? And Steve's like, it's the fourth one. I'm like, over my head. All right, Alex, give me your spiel.
Well, I'm looking. This is a cool movie. It was interesting. And yes, it definitely launched Johnny Depp into the next stratosphere of his career. He starts off a pretty good actor. I mean, he's in silly movies like Cry Baby, and he's in the Jump Street TV show. But then he hooks up with Tim Burton. Ed Scissorhands is freaking amazing. That's a classic. Benny and June, underrated classic. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, quality.
Cape.
Ed Wood, fucking brilliant movie. And, Donnie Brasco. Don't tell him nothing, Donnie. Fear and Loathing. And then he does this in 2003, and his stuff just goes down.
I don't think it was the choices in the movies he was making. I think it was Amber Heard.
It's quite
She
possible.
did poop the bed.
She did.
But no,
Literally.
like he just starts like, what can we put on Johnny Depp's face now? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, Alice in Wonderland 1, Alice in Wonderland 2. But he's all done up. He's not the Johnny Depp that was in Blow or Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
No,
Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
The Lone Ranger when he played a Native American.
Yeah. Problematic. I did like Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd is probably one of my favorite musical movies I've seen.
I thought it was
Really
great.
good.
He did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I put it up there with Les Mis.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. I'm trying to think. There was something else that he had done Secret Window. That was a good one too.
The Stephen King story with John Turturro.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good one.
For any of our listeners who don't know, we love Stephen King.
Yeah.
Oh, quite a bit.
Shows
This
up.
episode was almost delving into why The Dark Tower should be made to an HBO miniseries. But those of you out here who are loyal listeners will remember we discussed that at length a month or two ago.
I can't wait to see the miniseries when it comes out. It'll be great.
Steph, you kind of bring up an interesting point. Like, that's a franchise that went a little too long. They're Aerosmith. They're the Rolling Stones. They kept going out there when maybe they shouldn't have. Do we have any others that might have gone on too long? I've got an idea right off the bat, Adam, unless you've got one.
No, give me some time to think. If you've got one, go for it.
Transformers. First one, solid, cool. They did the visuals. We all grew up with Transformers as a cartoon, and it was really awesome. And then they made it into a movie. That movie made a movie star out of Shia LaBeouf. It made a sex symbol out of Megan Fox, and it made us like fucking psyched about those things again. And then just the same thing. Each one sucked a little bit more until they kind of rebooted and gone back to the cartoons again.
Yeah. I did want to see the Dinobots one, whichever one that was. It was like 2 or 3 movies ago out of like the 10 they've done. But
yeah, that's the thing. If you can't even remember it.
I know. Well, I grew up watching Beast Wars, which was a great show. It was like one of the first like 3D animated shows out there.
But see, that was God, we do have a couple of years between us.
Yeah. Going back and looking at it, and I've seen some clips of it, like on Facebook and stuff that show up once in a while, and I'm like, man, this was like bad. This was bad 3D animation, but it was good for its time. And I watched the show every week. It was great. There was a few others like that, but that's why I wanted to watch the Beast Wars one.
There was that cool little era in like the late 90s where they were just kind of dipping their toes into computer animation. And at first it would be just like the cutscenes between the shows, like, welcome back to Nicktoons, Nick Saturday.
Yep.
You know, and then they did actual full shows.
What was this?
This is amazing.
Did you ever watch the show Reboot?
I'm aware of it, but no, I didn't.
Okay. I remember watching that one. That was a strange, like it was all taking place in a computer, and there were viruses and people were fighting the viruses. It was strange, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Again, for its time when I was a kid. If I went back and watched it now, I'd be like, this is trash, complete trash. But
I mean, that's a really good point. It slides into the franchises too. CGI that's kind of gotten better. Terminator.
Oh yeah. Terminator. Yeah. They should have stopped after 2. I haven't seen like the last 2 or 3 that they've done. I've seen Salvation was the last one I watched.
Yeah, is that the one with Bale?
Yeah. Yep. That was the last one that I watched. But yeah, that one definitely has gone on too long. And they keep trying. And it's like, you're losing the point of the first 2 movies. There was a lot of fear of the future in that. That was what it was about. And then they made it, well, this is just going to be an action movie. Like it took away, and it's the same thing they did with the Predator movies, right? The first movie was like, these badasses are being stalked by a creature that is outwitting them, that's beating them. And by the time you get to, what was it? The Predator, which I think was the one where they were trying to get the autistic kid. The Predators were trying to get the autistic kid to like enhance their species or something. You're just like, what the fuck is this? What is happening? Like the Predator stops being like all terrifying and everything. And it's like, it's just another, super boss for a group of people to fight. But like the idea of being stalked in the first 2 movies, the idea of being stalked by an alien that's just there to hunt you for your skull, like that's a novel concept. That's a fun concept that I would love for them to explore more. But then they kind of brought it back a little bit with Prey, and The Killer of Killers was good. And then what was the recent one they did too that we both watched?
Badlands.
Yeah. Badlands was good. In a different vein, but good.
The first Predator was also great because, like you said, there's just this thing stalking them. It's kind of the Jaws effect of, something is after you, but we don't really see it. You saw the glimmering in the trees, people getting eviscerated, but it really isn't until like third act that we actually see the Predator. The iconic now fucking little face with the claws.
Yeah. You're one ugly motherfucker. I love
Sexy motherfucker.
Love it. But yeah, that was like probably a franchise that I feel like they've breathed some new life into it. So we'll see kind of where it goes, because they're going to do another Killer of Killers. They're going to do a second one, which is cool. It was all animated, but the animation was so good in it. The stories were really good, and it kind of opened up a little bit more about the Predator homeworld. And I think they're trying to explore that a little bit more with the movies. It's like the lore behind them, who they are, where they come from, what their principles are. And there's like some things going back to plot holes. There's some plot holes that have come up because of some of the stuff they've been sharing about their homeworld. Things that you're just kind of like, well, I don't get it. Because like in the second movie, Danny Glover, after he beats the Predator, there's all the other ones that show up, and they're like, and they throw him the gun, and they're kind of like as a sign of respect, like, you beat our warrior. Good job. Have a nice day. Here's a gun. And like, they just leave him there. But then when you get to Killer of Killers, you're finding out that after they defeated a Predator, they're picking them up and then making them compete in like an arena style battle with more predators. So you're finding that out and you're like, well, wait, what was the point of the end of the second one then? So they need to either explain that or explore that, whatever they need to do. Maybe it's a different tribe that's like, hey, you took out a guy from this lesser tribe. Because I know there's a whole tribal thing going on. But
is it a plot hole or is it just poor planning?
That's what you have to figure out. I don't know if it's a plot hole or if it's poor planning. I don't know if they're...
Like with Star Wars, the prequel trilogy blows. But then they came back with Clone Wars and they filled in all the little gaps, and that was nice. But you know damn well, while a cool idea, George Lucas wasn't actually planning the cool shit that they put in there. He was just like, oh, the throwaway line of, yes, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars from A New Hope. That's nothing. That doesn't mean anything back then. George Lucas was just hoping he didn't have to go back to, flipping burgers.
Yeah, exactly. And there's quite a few things, Leia talking about how she remembers her mother. Which, I don't know how as a newborn baby, you remember your mother because she didn't make it.
Hey, Steph, there's not a whole lot, because I was thinking about how to involve you in this, because we're going heavy nerd, but ... there's got to be some female franchises, some more female centric. Would you think the Sex and the City series into movies is a franchise?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, the first movie was good. The second one was ridiculous.
God, it was so bad.
I think Adam, when it first came out, made a good joke about it because it was during a war. So you have 4 women going through menopause, going shopping in Dubai. I can't remember exactly what Adam's joke was, but he made a good point where it was like, why are you guys choosing to travel and go? I don't know. Like,
I don't remember.
Paid by Dubai.
Was. Yeah.
They got paid. Yeah.
They got paid very well to film that in Dubai.
Dubai's got some money.
To be quite honest with you, I like Sex and the City. I was not one of those avid watchers. I just kind of like caught it here and there. I thought that, and I'm going to get canceled for this, I thought Carrie was annoying. Like, I think that she was a big problem in all of her relationships. She's like, I don't understand why these men aren't, they're not sticking with me. It's like, well, you're the problem.
Yeah.
And then you write about it.
Yeah, that's very true. I never really watched any of the Sex and the City stuff. I know the premise. Like,
what is the premise?
I understand the premise. It's for, I don't know how old they were when they started, but I'm going to say 4 middle-aged women talking about their sex lives and having their adventures. I don't know. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. It kind of gave birth to the pseudo-porn HBO show. I don't know. It's just, I couldn't ever get into something like that. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. Maybe it's good.
I think
you're not a woman, but I think you're pretty like a girl.
Thank you. God. You got a pretty mouth.
I just don't even know about this. Did we decide Buffy was a franchise?
I would call Buffy a franchise.
Started as a movie, went into a TV show, has moved into comic books, multiple other TV shows.
Yep.
Franchise.
They had a podcast too.
Yeah, Buffy's a great franchise. I still wish that they would have brought it back. I think that it appeals to everybody still. I mean, it is cheesy and maybe like today's youth don't understand the draw of it, but it was because back then you didn't have a lot of female leads and you didn't have a lot of female empowering leads, I guess.
Yeah, she was an action hero who was 5'2", 105 pounds.
Yeah, and she was kicking ass.
Beat the shit out of people. Mila Jovovich in Resident Evil, same thing. Petite little human lady person that beat the holy sin out of zombies.
Yeah. It's just like, it's all supernatural stuff, but that was also very popular back then, all the fantasy and supernatural stuff. So I think like that would be a good one.
Yeah. Buffy walks so Mila Jovovich could run.
And she did.
And she did.
She ran so fast away from those zombies.
Yeah. Who would win in a race? Mila Jovovich or Tom Cruise?
Say that again.
Who would win in a race? Mila Jovovich or Tom Cruise?
I know what you're doing.
What was her name?
I know what you're doing.
Stop it. I'm struggling, okay? Fuck off.
Mila Jovovich is awesome, though. That sounds like the bad guy in like a Russian spy movie.
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich, you know my people. Take out your fingernails.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But who do you think would win in a race? They both
Can
run
you
a
ask
lot.
it again, and I will not be an asshole about it?
Yes. Who would win in a race? Mila Jovovich or don't fucking laugh at me. Mila Jovovich or Tom Cruise? Answer the
Mila
goddamn question.
Jovovich.
I almost feel like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has the power of Scientology behind him.
That's
It's
true.
goddamn right he does. Tom now or Tom like
Mission
first
Impossible.
Mission Impossible? Yeah, like first or second mission.
Both in their prime.
He's
Still
always
think
in
Tom
his prime.
Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise isn't aging.
Those increased thetan levels, they do something for him. But he runs in every movie. That's his
Oh
thing.
yeah, just like
Been
Brad
acknowledged.
Pitt eats. Everybody's got a thing.
Yeah. And Tom Hanks pees on everything.
Does he?
Yeah. Start
There's a
thinking.
lot of peeing scenes with Tom Cruise.
Everything is around pee for him. I mean, think about it. A League of Their Own.
League
The
of
first
Their
time
Own.
you're introduced to him,
Yeah.
he goes in and takes a giant piss.
Huge piss. He peed in. There was a whole silly thing in where he was going to drink his pee and passed away.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, he
Yeah.
pees when he goes to meet the president.
They just had to pay.
Yeah, the Green Mile, the whole thing, his whole medical condition is that he struggled to
Bladder?
pee, and as soon as he gets touched and then he gets healed, first thing he does is he lets out this face of relief, like it's the first time he's peed in a long time. I'm telling you, Tom Hanks is all about the pee.
Wouldn't it be funny if Tom Hanks just like had like a really good sized penis?
He
That would
probably
be-
does.
I bet he does. He's such a nice guy. Somebody with confidence like that, just walking around, just going, whatever, just rocking my Stretch Armstrong down there. Don't you worry about me. I'm going to go create a movie called The Wonders, and it'll be amazing.
It was a band, but yes.
And the
Yeah.
Well, he
movie
the
was
movie
that thing
too.
you do.
he wrote it and directed it.
Right. The movie was that thing you do, though.
Right.
Oh, the movie was that thing you do. The band was The Wonders.
Yeah.
We're like,
Touche, salesman.
yeah. We know.
You know, he was in that movie. Everybody loves it. You know.
That was
Forrest
another
Gump.
great movie. I wish that they would have done. I mean, I know you couldn't make a sequel out of it, but
Yeah.
like such a good movie.
Do another
That
one for another
soundtrack.
era.
Yeah.
Do one for the 70s. Do one for the 80s. There were
Yeah.
fucking one-hit wonders in each generation.
Yep.
And have
Yeah.
just like a different plot line between like the love triangles and so forth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So going back to franchises that that have gone on too long. This one's going to be controversial, but the Marvel franchise, they have not been making
Ooh.
great movies lately. Like, remember how excited you were? Like, you went and saw Iron Man and how pumped you were afterwards. And then you saw, the lead into Thor, the lead into Captain America. And you were just so excited to go see those movies. And now they're like, oh, here's some more Marvel crap that we're throwing at you. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll watch it at some point. I don't know.
I have a question.
Maybe.
The topic was franchises that have gone on too long. I think I missed that assignment. I don't think Buffy went on for too long. I think it was
Oh.
perfect. So
Okay, so it was a good franchise.
yeah, I spaced out. Sorry, that's on me.
We've
We've been morphing the topic, but I'm
Yeah.
going to disagree with you. Adam, I want you to finish though. I want to debate you on this, Steph.
I feel like the last 2 seasons were relatively unnecessary. They could have stopped when she died, saving Dawn when she
Yes.
jumped into the portal.
Which
They could have left it there.
But then we would not have the musical episode.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got nothing.
maybe.
But is there anything else outside of that? Is the musical episode enough?
I loved the 6th season because witches. I thought I actually liked the last season too. I thought it was so dark and it was just something different, I felt like, than what they were doing. I mean, it was like you had the priest coming after and killing everybody and like
Nathan Fillion.
Indeed.
yeah, like I thought that was it was so dark. I thought it was very well done. It was completely different than the rest of the episodes. Like season 6, you started to see the darkness because Willow pulls,
Is that when she goes crazy? Was that
Yeah.
the season where like Tara dies and Willow's like, fuck
Yeah.
this? Like,
Well,
pulls
Tara
the
dies
skin
at
off
the-
the one dude.
end of season 6, yes.
Oh.
So
hmm
so I felt like, but that was the culmination of that. That was like her catalyst to going crazy, was watching Tara die and then ripping the guy's skin off, or flaying him, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But it led up to season 7, which really set the tone for how dark things were getting. And I don't think it went on too long. I'm trying to think of all the big bads.
Okay, so best Buffy villain.
Mm,
I'm going to go first. The mayor in
Good
season
one.
3.
He was charming and evil.
Mm-hmm.
His relationship with Faith was always a little bit,
Weird.
a little bit weird.
yeah.
A
Little
good
touchy.
one.
It was kind of
Glory.
like he was kind of like the father she never had.
Yes.
It was a little creepy, but like that's the role he played for Faith.
Sure.
And that's what I felt
Yeah.
with it. But he was also very humorous. It's like he was evil, but it was like evil with a laugh.
Oh, he's very charming. Very charming as evil people go. What was the name of Spike's female friend who had just like the "I want to kill him, Spike"?
Oh, Drusilla.
I liked her just because she was so fucking goofy pants.
Bat shit crazy.
See, I like Glory.
Give me a crazy villain.
Glory to me was funny. And she was kind of that mean girl, that popular mean girl. And she would just come in and be like when it was the Glory face, I loved her. She was vicious. She was like, I'm just going to eat everybody. And that's fine. And I'm cool with it. So yeah, I was a fan of Glory.
And Cade is great. I mean, that's a solid Nathan Fillion role. Mm-hmm. He did a good job. He was creepy as well as just tall, dark, and handsome.
There was a lot
I don't find him attractive.
Really?
No.
He's got that square jaw. Handsome man.
It's Captain Hammer right there.
Yep. Captain Hammer.
He is not my
style.
You like
musicals. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh,
Stef?
yeah.
Which one?
Stef.
You made her watch? Oh, I know you
Alex
have.
knows I've seen it.
We can sit here and start singing.
Yeah.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
No.
Oh, you like musicals, you will very much like this. He did it during, Joss Whedon wrote it during the, I think it was like the actor or writer's strike or something.
Writer's strike in like can't remember.
Early 2000s.
It was like 2003 or something like that.
It's just a bunch of, it was like when YouTube was really, really new. And it was just a bunch of shorts that you could put all together. And it was one long movie. And it was Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Felicia Day.
Yeah. Felicia Day.
Wow. It's solid. And the songs kind of fucking slap.
Yeah. Well, I had them on my Spotify list for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They were good. Very good songs.
It was so funny. If I have nothing else to watch, I'll try that.
You'd like it. It's short too, like altogether, Adam, isn't it?
Maybe an hour.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. It's on YouTube.
Easily. Well, it was back in the day.
It's charming. It's fun. It's basically a world where there's like superheroes and supervillains, and Neil Patrick Harris is trying to get onto the League of Supervillains. I forget what they're actually called, but so he's trying to get onto there. So, and his arch nemesis is is Captain Hammer, played by Nathan Fillion, but he's in love with Felicia Day. So he's trying to win her over by being like the worst villain and everything. There's a lot of heart in it, but Neil Patrick Harris like rocks that part.
They're good songs. That's good music. Like the plot is exactly what you're saying. And he knows the female lead as himself, but he has this alter ego who is the bad guy. And he's trying to like rectify his personality. Is he this evil guy? Is he really wanting? But he also plays on the whole, is the villain a villain, or is he just someone who wants to make the world better and doesn't want to wait for the crap that it takes to get there?
Okay. We'll see.
But the songs are fucking good. That's just the beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah. Okay. It's good. Watch it. You will probably love it, to be honest. If you like the Buffy musical, you'd like it.
Oh, yeah.
I have the soundtrack going at all times.
Then you're going to like Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to see that. Next week, come on and let us know how it goes, because I bet you're going to dig the shit out of it.
It might be a couple weeks. It's a little bit of a busy week this week. Remind me next week.
All right.
Sorry, Adam, I interrupted you about Marvel. Please continue.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I forgot we were even talking about that. But yeah, but you were so excited to go see those like first 8-9 movies. They were exciting. You wanted to go to theaters. You wanted to see them. You wanted to see Captain America: Civil War, even though it didn't do any justice for the comics.
No,
but
it's very different.
Yeah, but you were excited to see him. And then after Endgame, there was a couple of misses before Endgame. But after Endgame, everything kind of went downhill. It almost felt like they changed. What was it? I feel like they changed their paradigm of what everything is supposed to be. And they had some good ones. I mean, WandaVision was excellent.
The multiverse saga is a cool idea. And I think if they had done it correctly, it could have been a great way to mix all of the projects that have been out there since Marvel sold the rights to all their guys, your Dolph Lundgren Punishers and so forth. Yeah. Bring them in for that and then say goodbye. In the way that Wolverine and Deadpool did that. Kind of said goodbye to the Sonyverse. But you're right, man. They fumbled the ball on quite a few of them, especially like Secret Invasion. That one's so bad.
I only watched like 2 episodes.
Dude, you're a better man for it. Let it go. Just leave it in the past.
I really liked Agatha all along. I thought that was
one I haven't watched. That's one I haven't.
They did a good job with that.
I should watch.
I'm actually disappointed that they're not going to have a continuance of it, not a sequel, but a continuance, because I wanted to see what was going to happen after.
I think they will.
No,
they will, because they're setting up for the Young Avengers. and the two kids, Wanda's kids, Tommy and whatever the fuck his other dude's name, Billy. Yeah. Billy and Tommy. One of them is going to be going off with her as the spirit guide. And so she's going to be around, but she's not going to be a focal point. I think it's in Vision Quest, where Vision is putting together the young Avenger with them and Kate Bishop and God, I hope not Scar.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there, but there's some of the ones I watch them. I like them. I enjoy Daredevil and everything. I just don't have the same excitement I did in the beginning of the franchise. And I think that most people feel the same. I don't know if it's, the superhero burnout or whatever, but I'm just, I'm not excited to see a lot of the new stuff they're doing. And I know they're trying to pass the torch because the actors are aging out and they're like, we can't have an actual 70-year-old Captain America running around. But at the same time, it's like, it's also like, you could have good writing, but I feel like they're just like, we can put something out there and people are going to watch it. And that's exactly what's happening. And again, I sit there and I watch it. I'm very excited for Spider-Man Noir. I really want to see that.
That looks like they're going to do a good job with that. That's fun.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's going to be camp.
Yeah. That's probably like one of the few that I'm excited for. And I'm going to watch Daredevil season 2 as soon as I'm done with The Boys.
I was going to say, haven't finished they've closed it. It is good.
Yeah.
It's really good. They did a fantastic job.
Once I finish Paradise and The Boys, I'm going all in on Daredevil season 2.
Is tonight the season finale of The Boys?
I think so.
Or the series finale, really? Because this is the last season.
Yep. Wow. And then we have to wait for the spinoff, Vault Rising.
I'll watch it. I thought Gen V was going to be bullshit, and it was actually a pretty solid spinoff.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I mean, I've still got to finish second season of that, and I'm like, should I even do it now that I'm watching fifth season of The Boys? I don't know. But I am excited for Vault Rising because it's going to have Jensen Ackles playing Soldier Boy, and he's going to be the focal point of all of it, supposedly. We'll see. But I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah. I mean, it's Jensen Ackles. He gets my vote for everything. He belongs to our generation. He's ours. We get to watch him and everything and root for him. His successes are our successes.
I think he would actually make a good Flash, like an older Flash.
Barry Allen? Too good looking. I need my Barry a little bit on the dorky side. I need my Grant Gustin.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's kind of like when Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. Like, dude, that's not a nerd. That's Andrew Garfield. He's tall, skinny, but like good looking, and come on, no.
But he had that stutter.
Yeah, right. Stutter. As we all know.
Yeah,
the stutter is the number one turnoff for all Mary Janes.
Like the girl with the glasses.
Girl with the glasses.
She's got her hair's in a ponytail and there's paint all over her overalls.
I love that movie. So good.
Does that count as a franchise? Because Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4, Not Another Teen Movie, those kind of are the same. Like they are the Neanderthals to the Red title movies.
Yes, they're the Red title movies. I know what you're talking about.
I wouldn't say that they're franchises because they're all different directors, so it's not from the same kind of universe. It's all different.
I guess it's satire. A satire is a genre is not a franchise because then you can say like are different westerns in the same franchise.
Right, exactly.
No, I see what you're saying though. And they had a lot of misses on that side of things.
God, there was some swings.
I'm gonna. There's a couple of them that are guilty pleasures of mine though. Superhero movie. I still think that movie's funny. Hate me all you want for it, but I think it's a funny movie.
You do have Carmen Electra, which is great.
You have Carmen Electra.
Anna Faris.
Yeah. It was. I thought it was a funny movie. And then the other one, the one that's my guiltiest pleasure of spoof movies is Meet the Spartans. I know it's not good, but there are parts of it.
McDonald's burger right there, my man.
There are parts of it that I just laugh hysterically at like an idiot, and I don't know why. I think it's probably just some of the humor it's some of their one-off jokes that I just find hilarious. Most of it doesn't land, but I'm like, there's parts of it that are really funny. I think they did a really good job spoofing 300 to a point. I don't know, but yeah, the guilty pleasure, like I said.
What was
Speaking of jokes?
Go ahead.
Go on, Steph.
I was just going to ask, what was the vampire one?
The mock-up of Twilight?
Yeah.
Vampires suck or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That was so on the nose.
Yeah, it was.
I've seen parts of it and I was like, this is not good.
That's the movies you find in like the $5 bin where they're like free on streaming services, free with Roku.
Divergent. Is Divergent?
That's a really good point. Yeah, Divergent is a franchise. It's based on a series of books and they didn't finish it.
Yes. Yeah. Probably for the best.
Don't tell that to Shailene Woodley's career.
I can't stand her. I actually read the books and then I tried to watch the movies and I just could not get into them. Because I was a Hunger Games fan. I felt like they were trying to be the more modern Hunger Games. And I was like, y'all are trying way too hard and to be edgy. And I just couldn't do it.
I mean, Hunger Games was a huge franchise, and it's another female-led franchise with old Katniss.
My doppelganger, yes.
Yeah, you got a lot of her in you.
But that's one that maybe, Hunger Games, maybe they don't need to do so many more movies.
I actually just watched, because it was on HBO or something, I was bored, and I just watched the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was terrible. She sang so much more than she needed to sing. They just kept making her the focal point as if they were trying to create another Jennifer Lawrence. It's the chick who was Snow White too. She got in trouble for making some pro-Israel statements.
Something Ziegler or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever her name was. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she was.
They watched the first Hunger Games trilogy and they're like, hey, you know how when she sings that song in the third one and everybody puts it on memes now? Give me another one of those. Let's focus on that part of the fucking story instead of any other thing in the Hunger Games.
Rachel Ziegler. That's her name.
Yeah.
Rachel Ziegler. Yeah.
Steph, you're looking at me like you don't remember the song that Katniss sings. Are you coming to
She doesn't sing that.
Yeah, it's in that movie.
It's in the movie, but she doesn't sing it. No.
Accurate statement. Bet you $1.50.
Raise you $2.
Bet you a tank of gas.
Ooh.
High roller.
It's in there, but she doesn't sing it.
So sure she sings it.
I don't think so.
All right, well then shake with me.
I'm gonna ask our robot friends right now. Hold on.
Adam, get back to us. In the meantime, Steph, talk to me about what you're going to do with the $1.50 if you win it.
Not much. It's not much I
I
can
have my phone right here, bitch. I will send you that fucking Venmo.
I don't want your $1.50.
I'll give you a $1.50. But no, I want my $1.50. We shook. It was visual.
Yeah. We did.
Yeah.
We did. We got it. We had it there. I really don't think she sings it in the movie.
Okay. Well, here is what our robot overlords say. Yes, Katniss Everdeen does sing in the Hunger Games, but it's not a musical style moment. It's actually one of the most emotional scenes in the series. Katniss sings a song called The Hanging Tree in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. It's a haunting folk song she learned from her father.
But she sings it.
She sings it, yeah.
I don't think so. I'm almost positive. I'm going to rewatch The Hunger Games.
The robots
fucking trumped me. Are you trumping me right now? Never admitting defeat, never admitting incorrect?
I don't remember. I know this song. I know that it was played. I don't remember her singing it though.
Well, I just asked the robots, are you sure? It says yes, 100% sure. In the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, Katniss Everdeen does sing The Hanging Tree.
Does she sing it in the movie or does she sing it as the background? I'll watch it.
Are you saying is she on the soundtrack for it?
She might be on the soundtrack and I remember that song playing, but I don't remember her actually singing it in the movie, talking to somebody and singing, me sitting here singing it to you.
Eventually,
we have multiple things to catch up on next week. There's no way we don't have a show next week with you going to watch Dr. Horrible. We have to confirm Katniss is singing. Mm-hmm. That's 2 subjects right there.
Okay, so real quick, I asked the robots again. Does she sing it in the movie? And it says, yes, she actually sings it in the movie itself. In the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, Katniss Everdeen sings The Hanging Tree on screen. It's not just background music. You hear her voice start the song. So it's
And please, Adam, check out Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on Amazon Prime for $3.99 to rent.
It must be listening because it's listen, guys. Listen, I know where she's going with this, but here is the actual what happened, because it answers everything you're saying. I don't think she sings on a screen. It's she sings it on the screen.
Should we have AI be our guest one week?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Just ask questions to AI and we can create a little face for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, do you know how to do that?
I don't, but I can figure it out.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
We would just ask you questions to fuck with each other.
Yeah.
I got another franchise and I don't know why I didn't think of this. The Lord of the Rings.
Great franchise.
Be still my heart.
The first 3 movies were fantastic. After that.
Actually, right. I feel like we talked about this.
We were all very much in agreement that the Hobbit movies did not need to be 3 movies.
Oh yeah. We don't have to beat a dead horse, but as long as we're talking about franchises that, went on too long. The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And Rings of Power.
I've got the unpopular take on that.
Oh, do you?
I like it. I liked Rings of Power.
Maybe I didn't give it an honest chance. I watched like 3 episodes and I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
Did you read The Silmarillion?
No, I didn't.
Good, because neither did I completely, but I did skim it. And it's kind of like what they're doing with House of the Dragon, where they took like a bunch of information that was written in kind of like historical ways and then condensed it into an actual story. So they had to give you some plots. But season 2 was way better. I thought it was good. I liked it.
All right.
I like
Maybe I'll
that
give it a better
world.
chance.
I would like to see more of that world.
Sure.
So I'll take what I can get. It's like when my ex-wife is nice to me. I just want it to be nice. I'm like, I'll take more of that.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I know it's crap. I know it's not real, but I just want a little.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. And we seem to have similar tastes. So I'll give that one another chance. I'll give it another chance and I'll see.
What about Power Rangers?
Ooh, go Power Rangers.
Quite the franchise.
It is.
That's a fucking beast.
It is. And I mean, are they still making stuff? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They still
They
are.
print that shit.
That's
the fast fashion of TV shows. You can make so many of those so easily.
I think they're planning a new movie, a new live action movie.
Well,
yeah. It's an IP that people will keep buying.
I hope that the original ones, the ones that are still alive, show up, make a little guest appearance.
I met Billy once. I waited on him in a bar. Yeah.
Was it before the
nice
meth?
enough guy. He didn't seem methed out.
Actually, our old co-host Rick sent us a picture. He met Zach, the Black Ranger.
Black Ranger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that one's still alive. Okay.
Isn't the Red Ranger in jail right now?
I think so.
Somebody is. Yeah. If not him, maybe Tommy.
No, Tommy's dead.
Tommy was always a bad seed.
Tommy died.
Tommy's dead.
I'm sorry. R.I.P. Tommy. I apologize.
Yeah, 2 years. Jason David Frank, he died, I think 2 years ago. So he was working on a movie called The White Dragon, and it's actually releasing in August, postmortem.
Huh.
So yeah, it's I'm excited for it. I want to watch it. It's kind of like Power Rangers-esque, but a little bit darker,
Sure.
a little bit more
So like
adult.
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Kind of, yeah. It's but yeah, the original Yellow Ranger died. She died in a car accident.
Not Trini.
Yeah, Ernie who ran the burger place. That actor, he's dead.
Jesus.
Yeah.
When did that come out? That had to be like 95, 96, right?
Yeah,
Earlier.
that or
I feel like Power Rangers was right on the cusp of me stopping playing with action figures and stopping. Because, you know, you take a break in your teens and early 20s, like loving this stuff, loving the nerdy shit, because you're just trying to get laid and act cool. And I think Power Rangers was right on the edge for me. So I think I watched a bit of the first series, but instead of being like, oh, awesome, I was like, oh, Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah, 93. 93, yeah.
The year I became a man.
What?
Well, that's the year I became a man. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, and when I became a man, I put away childish things. Jesus said it.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter
And then he went to go work in the coal mines.
Goddamn right I did. Day in and day out.
Yep, as a child. But
Got the black
sorry,
lung.
as a man, because once you enter the coal mines, you're a man.
Yeah. Damn right. Made a man out of us all. Ooh, Back to the Future.
Yeah, okay. Although that was a good franchise. I don't think
That was a good. Is that the most perfect franchise?
it might be.
No.
Did they do a cartoon?
They did.
They think they did a cartoon.
Did do a cartoon.
They did a cartoon out of every 80s IP, though. They had a Bill and Ted cartoon.
Mm-hmm. They had a Mask cartoon. That was in the 90s.
Can I
liked
ask
The
you guys
Mask. That was a
something?
good one. Yeah.
And I've been wanting to ask you guys this for quite some time now. What is an IP?
Intellectual property.
We say it quite a bit, and I just have been sitting here nodding.
Mm-hmm.
No
So
idea.
that's what this is for.
I
This
just
isn't for
don't.
the viewers. This is just us learning things about each other.
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, the
Teaching
IP,
each
and I'm
other.
like, what the fuck is an IP? I could have
Yeah,
Googled
intellectual property. So like anything, like literally fucking Calvin and Hobbes is IP. Any creation of an artist or a fiction writer is.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left. You guys want to do what you watching?
Mm-hmm, I have one.
Good. You go first. I got one too.
Do you want to go first?
No, it's okay. You can go first.
Okay. I was bored and stoned last night, so I turned on HBO Max and I watched The Great Wall starring Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal,
Okay.
and Willem Dafoe, and a bunch of what I would assume are very famous people in China, but I don't know who they are because I don't watch Chinese television or movies. Because I don't speak Mandarin, mostly. I'm sure they're great.
Yeah. Okay. How was it? Was it good?
Oh, it was very bad.
Okay.
It was very, very bad. It struck me, and I looked it up, and I think it's what it was. The three of them basically just took massive pay cuts or paychecks and made a movie like that is like Chinese cinema, but with just a couple American actors.
Okay.
Like the styles, the themes, the over-the-top CGI. it was just not good. The writing was so bad.
Fair.
Matt Damon's accent was all over the fucking map.
All right.
You have no idea what his accent is. Pedro Pascal plays the best friend / does a heel turn, but then comes back, and Willem Dafoe's character makes no sense whatsoever. It was a great movie to be stoned and just be cleaning the house around.
Sure. Okay. I was wondering if it was kind of like Last Samurai, which is a great movie.
No.
Okay.
No, way worse than that. So bad. Last Samurai actually was pretty fucking cool.
That was a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. Even though like it hits the white savior trope pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it was based on a real person, at least in some way.
But it was
bad.
Yeah. But it was the early 2000s that white savior was all over the place. That was just
so
how we
popular.
did it.
It was white savior was so hot in the early 2000s. Sandra Bullock was out there rescuing kids, putting them on offensive lines.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, God, so good. Blindside, so good.
No. Well, I'll go into mine.
What's yours, Adam?
So I did. I needed to watch something a little bit lighthearted, and I realized most of the shows I've been watching are either apocalyptic or with superheroes disemboweling people. And I was like, I need to watch something more family friendly, a little bit lighthearted. And I went through my list on Netflix, and I found Karate Kid Legends, and I decided to watch it, and it was good. I liked it. It's continuation of Cobra Kai. Ralph Macchio is in there. Jackie Chan's in it. It bridges the gap between the Jackie Chan movie and the Karate Kid universe. Basically explains it that the two families, the Miyagi's and the Hans, came together and created a style of martial arts that was a combination of Kung Fu and karate. And that's basically how they explain it. So the story follows this kid named Lee, who's kind of a Kung Fu prodigy, but his mom doesn't want him to fight because his brother got killed. And they move to New York. Lo and behold, he somehow gets himself into some trouble and ends up having to fight. And of course, there's this evil dojo, standard.
Gotta have a bad guy.
Gotta have a bad guy. Evil dojo, great. And the girl he likes is, of course, the ex-girlfriend of the main kid in that evil dojo.
Not changing the formula much here.
Nope. The change really was the girl he liked, her dad owned a pizza shop, and he had borrowed money to open it because once they had her, he wanted to give up his life of boxing. But then he sees how the kid fights. The kid's name is Lee, and the dad is played by Joshua Jackson, so that was fun. Oh. Yeah, but he sees the kid fight. The kid basically saves his ass from these guys who are gonna beat him up for the money, and then he's like, I can get in this fight, I can win the money, and I can give it to them, and I'll be free. Blah blah blah. Can you teach me some of your kung fu? It might help me with it. So he teaches him kung fu. Anyways, the fight does not go well. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the fight does not go well. And the kid says, well, listen, I'm going to make things right. I'm going to win the money. He enters the tournament, fights the tournament, and, but Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan show up to train him, to finish his training basically before the fight. It was good. It was lighthearted. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. It is a fast movie. It's only an hour and a half. I feel like they did rush some of it. If I had any complaint about the movie, that would be it. They rushed it a little bit. They could have developed some of the relationships a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, if you're just looking for like a feel-good movie, with a little bit of karate in it, that's it. That's the one. Highly recommend.
Or sidekicks.
Sidekicks, yeah. Fuck that movie.
That's a great fucking movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a feel-good movie with a little bit of karate in it.
Yeah, it sure is. Chuck Norris.
Goddamn right.
Rest in peace.
You threw me there. Josh Jackson's playing the adult, right?
Yeah.
Like the parent?
Yep.
Because I know Joshua Jackson from when he was in high school with me.
Yeah, right.
He was just out there hanging out with Dawson. I would watch him on Thursday nights and be awesome.
We were supposed to have kids by now, so
shit, really?
We missed that boat.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. Is that what this thing is for?
But in this movie, he plays a New York pizza shop owner with a great New York accent.
Does he have like a better accent than his Minnesota accent in The Mighty Ducks?
Oh yeah. Much better.
Oh, wow. He is matured as an actor. Pretty solid
accent as a pizza place owner. He sounds like the kind of guy who would own a pizza shop and who was a former boxer. So
wait, he was the boxer character?
So he was the boxer, yes.
Does he buff up a little bit? Does he look a little yoky?
A little bit. I mean, he looks like he's maybe middleweight, Okay. Definitely not a heavyweight, but he was the boxer, and the kid, he asked the kid to teach him kung fu so that he can have a little bit, be a little bit lighter and hopefully have a chance at winning the fight because he's been out of boxing for a while. He's just trying to get the money so he can be free of his debt from the loan shark. who the loan shark also happens to be the owner of the evil dojo.
You said this is on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. I can
hour and a half.
That.
Easy watch, entertaining.
See, I appreciate that. If Hollywood is having problems, make shorter fucking movies. They don't have to be so long. Give me an hour to an hour and a half of something. Cool. I'll go to the movie theater for that.
It's funny you say that. The other night we were trying to figure out what movie to watch, and The Irishman came up on.
Oh God!
And so I didn't know. I didn't know that it's a 4-hour goddamn movie, and I watched the whole trailer, and I'm like, this looks good. Let's watch this. It's like 9:30 at night, thinking maybe a 2-hour movie, and I'm like, 4 hours. Like, what is this? No, thank you. I was like, that's something that I have to plan for. That is like, get the family out of the house for the night and sit and watch it.
Did you guys watch Saltburn? Did you watch Saltburn like I asked?
No.
Let's work on that this week. If I have to watch your stupid musical,
yes, ma'am.
You guys watch Saltburn.
We're asking you to watch an hour-long, hilarious musical that you already know. You're asking us to watch a movie that has some scenes
won a bunch of awards.
The words full frontal male nudity show up a lot in the description.
It's
penises,
not.
Penises stuff.
Penises.
Listen, it is a very well done cinematic movie. Everybody should watch it. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you're gonna watch it and the twists and turns in there, you're gonna be like, this was actually really, really good. I'm telling you, just watch it. Don't watch it with the kids, Adam, but watch it.
While I'm right here, this is the only way I know how to do things these days. I'm going to put it on my calendar. Let's see, I can't do it today. Maybe tomorrow night? I'll put it on there for tomorrow night. We'll do watch Saltburn for which? Add location. There you go. It's on my fucking Google Calendar now. I'm going to get a notification at some point tomorrow and be like,
you're going to be like, oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of curious. You're like really hyping this movie up. But again, the words full frontal male nudity and sexual violence are in the description. And I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm
it's
okay
not.
With that.
It's trust me. It's worth it. There's the way that it's done.
Sexual violence is never worth it, Steph.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Sexual violence. I don't remember that being in there.
Was it sexual violence? Maybe it wasn't sexual. There was something along those lines. And I was like, I don't know if I want to combine those two things together.
Yeah, I don't think there was sexual violence.
But we did say we'd watch it, Adam. We said we'd watch it.
And you guys are going to come back. It's going to live in your head for a while for all the things you're about to watch. And you're going to be like, and then you're going to want to watch it again and be like,
is this kind of like Midsummer? Live in your head kind of the shit?
I never saw that one. I wanted to watch
I had to turn that off.
Forgetting.
I don't like gore. And when they fell off the rock, that was it. I turned it off. I said, I'm done. It's one of Steve's favorite movies.
About the ending?
Huh?
Did you at least read about the ending?
No.
You know how it ends?
No.
Really? So you could go back into it and finish it. You're like a college athlete who didn't, has like 1 year of eligibility left.
Yeah, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
You can spoil it for me.
No, I'm not going to. I want you to have this special thing that one day you're going to walk into a room and towards the end of Midsummer is going to be on and you're like, all right, I'll sit here and watch it.
No, well.
Watch it.
Nope.
It'll happen.
Steve even admitted, he goes, it's too gory for you. You won't watch that.
I think you will. Bet you $1.50.
Okay, it was disturbing violent content and strong sexual content and graphic nudity.
Yeah, see, none of the things that you just said.
Wait, hold on a minute. You told me that there was penises. You just said graphic nudity.
No, there are.
So there could be boobs?
It meant there could be. Also,
you know how much I like boobs.
There's boobs in there. I don't think there are penises.
I don't know. A lot of the reviews I've been reading talk about full frontal male nudity. Again.
I don't think there was. But here's the thing:
boobs.
even if there was,
how many
that's
boobs
not
take away a penis.
Ooh, that's math that I don't know.
This one, that whatever the full frontal male nudity people are talking about, that's not what I think of when I think of this movie. Like, I think of certain scenes, and you'll know when you get to them, and you're gonna text me and be like, I know what lives in your head, because the way that it was done, I mean, disturbing, but the ending, the twist of the ending is the best part.
That's
Wild Things.
That's a great movie.
Yes, it's
Denise
like that.
Richards' boobs trump Kevin Bacon's penis.
Wait, say it again?
Oh, I'm still on the penis versus boobs debate. I will go down on this ship. As long as she hasn't been riding a bicycle. Maybe had some pineapple juice that week. You know what I mean? No, Kevin Bacon's penis in Wild Things. Oh, not great. Denise Richards' boobs in Wild Things. Great.
Yeah. God, Denise Richards back then.
I'm just saying, I want you guys to watch this movie so we can discuss it finally.
Okay. All right. Well, remind us throughout the week. Adam is very busy with his life, and I do drugs. It's true, I do.
The robots say there is one main scene with full frontal male nudity. Other times it's either slightly obscured or not visible.
See, and I don't remember that scene.
It says there's one scene near the end where you see it all.
It's done in the end. It should be fine.
Yeah, so by then we'll know whether we want to keep watching it or not.
I'll give a movie 5 minutes these days.
At
I
that
walk away
point,
after 5.
You have to watch through the end because there is a big twist.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying is like, if I know that the movie sucks by halfway through, it's not going to bother me because I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't care about the twist.
Yeah.
It's not like, guys, you really should have finished Sex and the City 2 because they all get their heads chopped off in Dubai. I'm not going to make it to that point in the movie.
No.
I hope that you guys make it to the end of the movie. It was very well done.
I
forget who directed it.
My tism won't let me not finish watching a movie. So
perfect.
Have you ever walked out of a movie theater?
I have.
I don't think I have.
I walked out of It, the first one. I think it was It. There was a scary movie I walked out of.
Oh, you walked out because you were scared, not necessarily because it was bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
I'm trying to think if I've walked out on a bad movie. I'm sure I have. I worked in a movie theater, so probably.
Yeah, I did too for a little while. So that's kind of...
Yeah.
You see a lot of things. I mean, I've seen parts of the movie Pearl Harbor 85 times. It's like probably the movie I've seen the most, just for how often I had to walk in there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there is one, but I can't think of what it would be.
I think with movies being so expensive right now, that's probably a sentence that isn't said as much. I walked out of the theater.
Yeah.
No. You're committing probably like $50-$60 at least to go see that movie.
Mm-hmm. You're fucking, maybe that's how we convince people to go back to the cinema and be like, look, it's an investment. You're going to have to see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one thing that I am watching, I don't know if I talked about this before, but Manhunt, I think that's what it is.
Oh, you did mention that.
Did I? I watched the Boston bombings, the Boston bomber, how they caught him.
You told us about that.
Yeah. I'm going to watch another one because it's very intriguing. I'm still on that. I'm still on the documentary train.
Yeah. So, speaking of, for some reason that triggered in my mind, I've been watching Paradise. I've got 3 episodes left of season 2, but there's a character that just showed up in episode 5. And like, when I was hearing his voice, I'm like, he reminds me of someone. I'm like, is that the guy from Mindhunters? And I like had to look it up and I'm like, yeah, that's Ed Kemp. And like, he sounds almost exactly the same.
Guy?
Yeah. Sounds almost exactly the same, but he looks much different because they're not using as much perspective.
Yeah.
Forced perspective on him. So he looks like a kind of, still a bigger human being, but not like towering.
I never finished that show.
I didn't either. I want to finish it.
Yeah, I think I just got distracted.
Everyone's always saying how they wish there were more seasons. I'm okay with it. It ended. We got a cool storyline. Maybe there's some unsolved shit, but not everything needs to get solved. Like, to speak about franchises, maybe we didn't need to know what happened to Captain Jack Sparrow. Maybe that little fucker should have just gone off into the sunset singing the yo ho ho.
That's true. There's some shows though, I give them a lot of credit for ending when they should, and they end at the right moment. And not many of them do it, but The Good Place ended after 4 seasons. It ended great. I was very happy with it, and I don't need any more. And if they had done any more, it would have been a cash grab. That was a good show.
Yeah, I agree.
And they said they're like, we don't want to keep dragging it on.
I mean, Mike Schur, Greg Daniels, those guys know how to end a show.
They sure do. Well,
speaking of,
they went on a little too long in The Office,
which we'll handle next week.
Sure.
The Office and Saltburn, the 2 biggest things to talk about.
Yep.
And Dr. Horrible.
Okay. Last thoughts, Stef.
Go watch Saltburn so we can discuss it finally 6 months later.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Alex, last thoughts.
I want my $1.50.
Oh yeah.
You owe him $1.50.
No. Yeah, I will give you $1.50 when I watch Mockingjay Part 1 and I see her singing.
Okay.
I just think
that sounds like you've established what you're going to do this week.
I don't have time for this shit.
Then just give me my $1.50. How much is your time worth?
Didn't you just watch the entire Pirates of the Caribbean over the weekend? I don't have time for this shit. You watched 8-9 hours worth of Johnny Depp being Jack Sparrow. Come on.
I only watched. I didn't watch the second one. I watched 3.
And the age we live in, you don't even have to watch the whole movie. You could probably look it up on YouTube and it will be right there.
That's true.
All right, brother. I am very tired and I don't need to hear your sarcasm.
My last thoughts are I'm going to go do karate in the garage because I'm still jacked from Karate Kid Legends. But thank you, everybody, for listening. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
No guest. Bye.
Bye, guys.